Okay, so good afternoon, everybody. My name is Jonathan Fenhouse, and I'll be working with Dr. Manis on the post-harvest extraction of pecan oil. So this week I had to prepare 24 vials divided into 3 different runs, and the first trial was about 12 samples and divided again by 2, 6 for 1 hour spent in the heating element and another spent for 6 hours in the heating element. This is to determine how much or maximize the amount of tocopherol and squalene content we are getting from the sample, as well as measuring the amount of alpha tocopherol acetate that is being converted into alpha tocopherol during the saponification process. The other test is comparing clear dram vials to brown, since brown is known to protect from photo degradation or degradation from light. We are seeing if there is a significant difference between samples put into clear vials versus the ones placed into the brown vials. So we are also measuring that, if the tocopherols are degrading at all. And the other sample is comparing hexane and chloroformethanol. These are 2 processes during oil extraction where we get the oil from the pecan itself. So we're determining whether hexane has a higher yield for oil, or does chloroformethanol have a higher yield for the oil, and that in turn shows in the end how much actually the content of tocopherol is within the oil. So these are just processes, the different steps within the saponification process. This is the many vials. I think this is the first experiment with the 1 hour versus 6. I have to prepare a solution. I have to place KOH and ethanol and pyrogallol. These are the key solvents that are used during the saponification process. So they're placed into the heating element for 1 hour or 6 hours. And then periodically, about every 10 minutes, we have to vortex. This is the machine. You just push it in and it rapidly spins the vial to mix it. And then afterwards, when the time is all done, we have to vortex it another time, so it will be completely miscible or homogenized within the vial. And then the picture next to the vortex is showing the separation between the hydrophobic and the hydrophilic. So the hydrophilic is the dark color and the hydrophobic is the top on part. We're supposed to decant or remove that and place it into another vial that contains the tocopherols. So that's what we are actually measuring. The others will just throw away into a specific beaker because it's an alkalinic solution. It's not good to throw it down the drain. And then afterwards, these are all the 24 vials, and they're placed inside the centrifuge, and they are spun at 3,000 Gs overnight until evaporated to dryness, because it's also connected to a speed vac. And then today, I had to prepare the samples into autosampler vials so they can be placed into the machine to be detected. I had to reconstitute it to 1 mil with methanol, since methanol is used as the mobile phase, or what pushes out the sample through the detector. So that's what I did this week. So do you have any questions? Or
about how long does it usually take for you to know if the oil is actually viable for these businesses?
We're not sure how long the shelf life of the oil, but usually we extract the oil and immediately the next day we're going to do the saponification process. So yeah. Any more questions? Or
so how do you get the benefits of these oils?
So far we're just quantifying it because we need to know what the content of the, for example, gamma tocopherol inside the pecan. So that will be given to the person who's going to do the test on actual topical trials. So they need to know what the content of that pecan, so they can determine if it's actually a viable source.
Okay.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So any more questions? Okay, thank you.